This next story may break your heart. It's about a boy named Davion. But Davion's situation is all too common among older children living in foster care in this country. Davion is 15 years old. He has been an orphan since he was born. His mother gave birth while she was in jail. He says he can't even count the number of homes he has lived in since. Davion always longed for a family, and when he learned his mother died this summer, his search for adoptive parents became so desperate, so very sad. One Sunday last month, he went to a church in St. Petersburg, Florida, to make his plea. He stood up in front of the congregation and said this: "My name is Davion, and I've been in foster care since I was born. I know God hasn't given up on me, so I'm not giving up either." Afterward, two couples asked about Davion, but no one has come forward yet to adopt him. Joining us now from Memphis to talk about Davion's plea and the state of adoption in the U.S., Leanne Tui. You know her from the best-selling book and movie, The Blind Side. Great to talk to you, Leanne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. When you hear about this story, how does it make you feel when you hear how desperate this boy is, going to church and saying, "Someone please adopt me"?
You know, it's just heartbreaking. I'm going to be in Lake Charles, Louisiana tomorrow, Oklahoma City Friday, wherever I can go to talk about the Davions of the world, because it is continuing to happen city after city, day after day. And, you know, it's a similar story as to Michael. This young man walked into a church as opposed to us driving by him on a street. And, you know, look at our situation. Michael has the same characteristics as you just described. A lot of them as this young man. He'd been in numerous foster homes and had never had this and never had that, and we turned our car around in one random act of kindness, and we changed his life. And all we did was love him, and we love him unconditionally, and we allowed him to become the young man that he was supposed to be. And how do we know if someone doesn't offer Davion hope and love and opportunity that he would not become the next greatest teacher or airplane pilot or police officer? And all this young man needs is a chance. And how incredulous that we don't offer him that in this country. It's not acceptable that we're out building animal shelters and making sure that dogs and cats and pigs are cared for, and we have kids that are walking on the streets that they just want a forever family. Yeah. And it's ridiculous. I mean, we need to step up and do the right thing, invest in our children. They are our future. This kid just wants to be loved. He wants to wake up in the morning and know that there's somebody that loves him.
Exactly. He just wants a family. I've heard, Leanne, that when you see your son, Michael, who plays in the NFL, by the way, won a Super Bowl, when you see him come out onto the field, out of that tunnel, you still cry.
I do. You're going to make me cry. I cry every Sunday when they announce the offense, because he runs through that smoke, and it represents hope. It represents opportunity. It represents that he achieved his dreams and his goals. And it means that he has become a wonderful young person, and all we did was love him and invest time in him. And that is what we need to do to the other kids. There are Michael Orrs in every city of the United States of America, in this whole world, and all they want to do is to be loved. And, you know, we can do that.
What message would you have for Davion if he is watching, in terms of giving up hope? And good for him for going to that church and really saying how he feels, saying, "I need a family." What would you say to him?
Don't give up. Don't ever, ever, ever give up. And that's what I would say to him. And we need to realize that families don't have to match, and it's not about genetics. It's about loving someone that not necessarily has to look like you. And I hope that this young man will have that opportunity. And I, for one, have learned of this story just today. And I'm going to try to get involved. And hopefully, you know, here in the next 48 hours, we can find this young man a forever family that will love him, and that he will be a successful, contributing member of society.
And Leanne, I'd love to follow up with you. We are putting a number on the screen if someone out there would like to adopt Davion, and I'd love to follow up on this, because he does need help, and he also needs to hold on to that hope that he has. Thanks so much for your time, Leanne. Appreciate it.